Have you ever walked into a home and instantly felt at peace? No fancy decor, no designer furniture, just something quietly comforting. Today, we'll explore 5 timeless habits, simple Japanese-inspired home rituals that helped one grandmother find beauty and balance in her new American life. These ideas don't cost a thing. They require no shopping cart or renovation. Just small changes that make a home feel lighter, warmer, and more alive. So stay with us, because by the end, you might just see your own home with new eyes. When 76-year-old Aiko moved from her hometown in Osaka to live with her daughter's family in Oregon, she brought with her just 2 suitcases. One held her clothes, the other, a few cherished items. A small incense box, a folded linen cloth she'd used since the 90s, and a photograph of her late husband. Her daughter had prepared a lovely guest room, a queen bed with thick pillows, a reading chair by the window, and 2 matching lamps. But Aiko surprised everyone. Within a day, she folded and stored half the items away. When asked why, she simply said, "I only need what lets me breathe, the rest belongs to the air." That was the beginning of a quiet transformation. And today we'll share her 5 principles, habits that helped her create a peaceful life and a home that feels truly alive. 1. Give everything a place to belong. The first thing Aiko did was set out a small wooden tray near the front door. This, she said, is where the keys live now. It sounds simple, but for her, it was an act of self-kindness. No more searching, no more stress, just knowing that what you need is always in its place. She believed every item, scissors, glasses, remote controls, should have a home. Not just a drawer, but a consistent, intentional spot. In Japan, they call this idea teine na seikatsu, living with gentle attention. If you often find yourself searching or feeling overwhelmed by clutter, try this. Pick 3 everyday items, assign them each a fixed home, and stick to it for 3 days. You might be surprised by the peace that returns. Let the home breathe. Aiko taught us something unusual. Emptiness can be beautiful. One day we sat together looking at a blank wall. No painting, no shelf, just space. And she said, "This is where my mind rests." In Japanese aesthetics, there's a concept called ma, the space between things. It's the pause between sounds, the quiet between objects, the breath between thoughts. A shelf with 1 empty level, a counter with nothing on it, a wall left alone. These aren't signs of lack, they're invitations to feel calm. If you're curious to try, choose just 1 surface in your home, a table, a shelf, a corner, and leave it half empty. Then notice how you feel when you pass by. Sometimes, peace comes from what we don't add. Make cleaning a gentle daily ritual. Every morning before the rest of the house stirred, Aiko had a quiet routine. She'd rinse her face, brew tea, then slowly wipe down the staircase with a soft cloth. No rush, no list, just a small act of care. She said, "Cleaning isn't fixing a mess, it's thanking the space for holding us." In Japanese schools, children are taught to clean not because things are dirty, but because they're grateful. In the US, she noticed something similar. Some elders folded their blankets before bed, others always did the dishes before sitting down to rest. These little rituals, they hold power. Start small, wipe a sink, fold a towel, straighten your shoes. When done with intention, cleaning becomes more than a task, it becomes a way of loving where you live. Less furniture, more flow. Aiko didn't dislike furniture, she just wanted space to move. In her Kyoto home, there was no couch, just cushions, a low table, and mats that could be folded away. When she arrived in America, she noticed rooms full of chairs, tables, side tables, coffee tables, all beautiful but sometimes blocking movement. She said furniture should support you, not trap you. Think of your room like a river. Too many rocks and the water can't flow, but just enough and everything feels right. Try this. Look around your space and ask, is there something I walk around every day? If yes, try moving it or removing it for a week. Let your home invite movement, not frustration. 5. Let the home change with the seasons. As summer turned to autumn, Aiko would quietly switch things out. A linen cloth for one in warm red tones, a pine branch on the table, thicker curtains for chilly nights. Nothing expensive, just little shifts that honored the season. She said, "The home, like us, needs to change its clothes with time." She loved how Americans decorate for holidays, pumpkins in October, lights in December, flags in July. So she combined both worlds, the gentle elegance of Japan and the celebratory spirit of America. Her fall basket held a few acorns, a wool scarf, and a candle. In spring, a branch of cherry blossoms. Start your own small ritual. At the start of each season, place a few objects that reflect nature's change. This simple gesture tells your home, I see the world changing. I'm part of it too. What Grandma Aiko taught wasn't just about keeping a tidy space. It was about living with awareness, gratitude, and care. These 5 principles aren't rules, they're invitations. To live simply, to breathe deeply, to create a home that reflects who you are today. Remember, give every item a place to return to. Let your home breathe. Clean not as a chore, but as a ritual. Make space by reducing obstacles, and let the seasons gently shape your space. In doing so, your home becomes more than a shelter. It becomes a quiet companion. If this story brought warmth or inspiration to your heart, consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We share timeless wisdom for simpler living, especially for those in their golden years. Your support helps us keep telling stories that matter. Thank you for being here. Until next time, live gently and let your home reflect your heart.